Hi my friends, this is Loli. Welcome to the channel. Today I bring you 3 beautiful fall decors DIYs using Dollar Tree products, and here we go with the first inspiration. I'm going to use one of these charger plates from the Dollar Tree and one of the calendars as well. I chose this print and I'm going to just go ahead and cut it out. At first I was thinking about just cutting it into a circle and putting it in the middle of my charger. I tried that first and I didn't like it. So what I decided to do was go in and cut into all those little pieces and just leave the little vines exposed and get rid of all that extra paper. Once I had that done, I went over and I took that, and I'm going to take some of my Mod Podge and completely saturate the entire middle portion of that charger. Then I carefully position my piece into the middle, making sure to have it as center as possible as I drop it onto the Mod Podge, because otherwise once you place it down you cannot move it. You're gonna tear all your paper. So I'm just making sure that all my little vines are straight, or actually in the position in which they will be, and then making sure that they're not folding on itself. And I carefully just place them each down, making sure that they were not on top of each other. There was a portion that actually broke off as I was cutting it, so I'm there and reposition it right where it belongs, making sure that it's nice and straight and is completing this circle. Once this was all down, I'm coming in with some more Mod Podge and I am adding it on top of all of the little pieces of the calendar that I placed down, concentrating at first on the little edges, making sure that those were completely down, and then working myself into the middle of the charger. Once I was done with that, I am going to add the Mod Podge to the entire charger, because the Mod Podge has a different finish than this piece, and I wanted to make sure that everything was nice and uniform and you couldn't see the difference between the middle and the sides. My friends, just want to pop in real quick to say thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching. I truly appreciate your time. Alright guys, and this is what it was looking like when I was done doing that and everything was dry. Now I'm coming in with all these different picks from Dollar Tree. I came in with a variety at first. I wasn't sure what I was going to use. I really love how that wheatgrass looked, so I decided to use those. And the first thing that I did was cut them into the individual little stems, just so I can rearrange them, and have a little bit more liberty of how to place them. And I did that with both picks that you see there. Once I have had it arranged the way that I wanted them, I put them together as you see there, and I took some floral wire and I'm going to just go ahead and secure these pieces together to make sure that everything is in place. And I'm just going to wrap it completely along all the little stems there to make sure that they stay nice and put. And then once that was done and well, I'm going to just go ahead take my another pick from Dollar Tree. This is, I don't know how you call these. For some reason I want to call them ragtails. I don't know why, but that's what comes to mind when I look at them. But anyway, what I did is I took 4 pieces and I placed 2 on each side, and what I did, I just slid them in between all the other picks onto the wire, so they will be nicely adhered, and I just tried to put them on different levels. And then here I'm adding some more floral wire just to give this a little more security. These were a little bit shorter than where the other wire was, and I wanted to make sure that this stayed in place. So once I did that with all 4 of my little ragtails, then I glued it with my hot glue, giving a generous amount and then pressing it down, and I held it in place there for a little while until it dried. Then I'm coming in with this other pick that I got from Dollar Tree as well. I am removing the berries, and that's the only portion I'm going to use of those. Actually, no. This is the portion I decided to use first, and I just deconstructed it, just removing the pick from the rest of the stem away from the rest of the pick. And I'm just adding it in, just tucking it in like I did before, and I did that to both sides. I used 2 different picks for this. Then I decided that I actually did want to use some of that other greenery that came with that. But first, I decided to create a bow first. I am all over the place on this one, guys. Anyway, I created a bow. I did a crisscross bow, crisscrossing it in 2 different directions and then scrunching it in the middle. And then I took some more of that floral wire and tied the bow in the middle right there. I dovetailed my ends of my bow. And that was that for that bow. My friends, if you have not done so yet, please consider subscribing. It's free and it means the world to me. And then I decided to come in with the rest of that pick that I told you earlier. So now I am adding one of these little pieces of greenery on each of the sides on here. Here, guys, as I'm watching the video, I'm thinking, should I have added that or not? What do you guys think? Is there too much greenery? I don't know. But anyway, here I had 3 berries already bunched up and ready to go. When I cut the stem, the excess off, I cut a little bit too much, and look, guys, they all came apart all over again. So I had to come in with some hot glue and glue them individually onto my bow. I did one towards the little side there, then the other one next to it, and then the third one I added right in between these 2 towards the top of the bow. I always got mishaps, guys, when I'm crafting. What about you guys? You guys get any things like this happening to you? Anyway, here I am burning off the edges of that leaf because it was fraying and I didn't like the look. So here now I am adding a little hanger. So I took a piece of jute cord and I put a knot on each end, then added hot glue as you saw there, and I'm putting a piece of masking tape over it just to give this a little more security. I did this one a little bit too long, so I'm just cutting off the excess. And I did that with both sides. And that is it for this one, guys. What do you think? Let me know. My friends, this video is part of a collaboration. It is the fall look of the hook collaboration, and it is hosted by Christine from DIY Craftaholic, Jackie from Crafting in Mimi's World, and C from CeeJ's DIY. And their guest host this month is Laparsha from Creating It Myself. They're linked to their channels, and to the playlist will be linked in the description box below and pinned in the comments. Don't forget to head on over and show everyone some love. Alright, let's go into the second inspiration for today. I'm going to use these candle holders from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use this saucer that I got last year from Dollar Tree, this plate that I also got last year from Dollar Tree, and we are also going to be using this charger that I got last year from Dollar Tree as well. This, guys, I wanted to do for a while now, so I've been holding on to it. It is time to use it. So the first thing that I did is clean my surfaces really well, including the candle holders. Then I'm going to take some E6000 and add it on the bottom section of my candle holder. I'm going to position this onto my charger. I want this bigger piece to be in the bottom, just to ensure that I have a lot more stability on this area of this that I'm making. I don't know if you know already, but I'm gonna just let you watch and see if you haven't figured out yet what I'm making. Anyway, I added some of the E6000 to the top of the candle holder, and of course I forgot to take off the sticker from the plates. I always do that. I don't know why. I should just do it before I even start filming. But anyway, once I remove that sticker off of the back of the plate, I'm going to just position the plate right on top of that candle holder, trying to be as precise as possible to have it nice and centered. So here I'm trying to finagle and figure out what the center is. It wasn't there, so I had to stand up and try to work it out until finally I got it. These plates were a little bit lopsided, guys, so I had to play around with the placement until I got my thing that I'm making completely straight. So then I took the other candle holder and I am placing I am placing some of the E6000 in the top portion, and I placed it on my plate as you saw there. Then I added some more E6000 to the bottom portion, which is now the top of the candle holder, making sure that it's a nice generous amount. And then I'm placing my saucer right on top of that. And ta-da! I made a little dish tray, a serving tray for all the goodies for parties. Anyway, let me know what you think of this one. For our third inspiration piece today, we are going to use these little, I think they're, candle holder as well from Dollar Tree. I cleaned it really well using my glass cleaner from Dollar Tree, just making sure I had no dust on the surfaces. And it had all these little extra pieces of wire sticking out. I didn't really care for those, so I use my little snips you see there and some muscle, and I cut all of those off. It took me a little while, and I was not strong enough, guys. I didn't have my Wheaties that time, but I did try my hardest, and once I weakened a little end, I just kept, bending it back and forth until that piece fell off. And I did that with both of the candle holders until I remove all of those little edges of wire sticking out. And this is how they look once I was done cutting all those off. Then I took some of this spray paint. It is hammered metal, and I took it outside and gave it 2 coats of spray paint. And this is how they were looking after that. So now I took both of these cylinder vases from Dollar Tree, placed them in there, and I'm going to use some floral, and I'm going to use this they're called wheat. They're little sunflowers. They're red. I just thought they look so beautiful against that color of the metal now. And I'm going to place them on my candle holders. Just, I'm just cutting the stems in individual pieces and just playing with it to see exactly, what will look cute on here. I had a vision in my mind, but I always like to go ahead and, try things until I am happy with what I'm seeing. So I deconstructed the entire pics, and I'm going to just go ahead and place some of here. So I added first some of this ribbon to my cylinders. I wanted to have something in order to glue my stuff in place, so I measured exactly how much I needed by putting it against the cylinder, cut off that piece, and I'm just going to use some hot glue to help me keep these in place. I tried to be minimal with the amount of hot glue that I used, so I just added some hot glue to one end. As you see, well, here I'm still trying to measure, even though I know that it was enough. Then I added some hot glue at the end of the ribbon, and I am positioning it on there. I wanted the end of the ribbon to be a little bit higher than the edge of the candle holder, if that makes any sense. This ribbon has like a little gold border, and I wanted that to be the end of my piece. Then I added some hot glue on top of that ribbon, the other end, and pressed it down, making sure that it was nice and tight. And then I'm tacking down the other end as well on top of here. Now we are going to come in, well, as you see, I did the same thing with the other side. Now I'm coming in with some of this floral, and I am adding them to the sides of the candle holder. I wanted a nice mixture of that wheatgrass and some of the sunflowers. And here I'm just gluing the leaves onto the metal candle holder just to keep that in place. And I didn't want to glue everything right away until I was certain exactly where I wanted every piece. So here I was happy with that, so I'm adding some hot glue to the glass as well and placing it on there. Then I'm going to take some of this wheat-like grass also, and I'm placing it right next to that flower piece. I am adding the glue to the ribbon just to have this at a better, adhesion surface, because sometimes the glass it can just come right off. Then I'm adding a little bit of hot glue there to keep everything nice and erect, and I held it in place until it was dry. My friends, if you're still with me in this video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Leave me a heart emoji so that way I know who you are and I can give you a big thank you in the comments as well. And I repeated the same steps with the other candle holder. Now here I'm adding a little more. I wasn't satisfied with how much. Of course, I'm not done yet. When am I just done, right? Anyway, I added some more of that pig to this. I wanted a little bit of this little, I don't know, it just looks like marsh grass to me. I don't know if you guys know. Let me know how this one is called in the comment section. Anyway, and then I wanted to add some more of that red. I love how that red played against, everything on this piece. So I added some more on there, trying to have them staggered so you can see all 4 of the flowers. And once they were, secured, I just placed them and hold them in place with the hot glue there until it dried. And I repeated the same thing with the other one. Then I took some of these battery operated candles from Dollar Tree, and I'm adding them to each one of these candle holders. I truly love these. They have that little flickering effect, so I thought they were perfect for this. I did the same thing with the other one, adding it right on there, and I guess I forgot to turn it off. Turn it on. I turned it on and then I put it in there, and this is pretty much it. I'm going to show you. Look at the guys in the corner fighting, Chloe and Chance. Anyway, here I'm showing you how they look, and in the night when they're lit, and this is how they look in the daytime or when the lights are on. And here we go with the final reveal. Let me know as always which one is your favorite. I love to know. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. And if you want to see some more of my videos, here's a suggestion, and you're more than welcome to binge with the playlist I have on here as well. And don't forget to subscribe. It is all free and it means the world to me. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bye.